Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Aisha here to teach you mathematics. In today's lesson, we'll learn how to evaluate limits. You can see a function is given to us which is x cube minus x over x plus 1, and it's a rational function. Why I'm saying so? Because both numerator and denominator are the polynomials, and whenever we divide a polynomial by another polynomial, we always get a rational function, and we need to evaluate the limit of the rational function. And how we evaluate limits? It's quite simple. For evaluating limits, as you can see, x goes to negative 1 as x approaches to negative 1. So you just need to put x as negative 1 in the given expression to evaluate its limit. It's quite simple. So when we put x as negative 1 in the given expression, we'll get. So for evaluating the given limit, I'm simply going to put x as negative 1 in the given expression. So negative 1 cube negative times negative 1 over x is negative 1 plus 1. So negative 1 cube is negative 1 minus minus plus 1 whole divided by minus 1 plus 1 is 0, and minus 1 plus 1 in the numerator is 0 by 0. So we got an expression which is 0 by 0. Now there are three possible answers for this expression. First of all, it can be 0. Secondly, it can be positive 1, and thirdly, it can also be positive infinity. Why I'm saying so? Because in fractions, whenever we have any 0 divided by any number, we always get answer as 0. And whenever we have two same numbers in the numerator and denominator, they cancel each other and we get positive 1. And also in fractions, whenever we have any number divided by 0, we get positive infinity. So you can see a single expression leads us to three different values, and these are three different values: positive 1, 0 and positive infinity. These are three different numbers and these are not equal to each other. How is it possible that a single expression leads us to three different values? It's not possible. Hope so you are getting my point. द थिंग इज़ सिंपल. आपको एक एक्सप्रेशन है आपके पास, और उस एक्सप्रेशन का कोई एक ही आंसर आना चाहिए. अगर 0 आ रहा है तो वो एक्सप्रेशन जस्ट 0 के इक्वल होगा. अगर 1 आ रहा है तो जस्ट 1 के इक्वल होगा. अगर पॉजिटिव इन्फिनिटी आ रहा है तो वो एक्सप्रेशन जस्ट पॉजिटिव इन्फिनिटी के इक्वल होगा. ऐसा तो नहीं है उसके 3 आंसर्स आ रहे हैं और वो भी 3 के 3 डिफरेंट आंसर्स आ रहे हैं. तो ऐसा तो पॉसिबल नहीं है. और जब भी हमारे पास मैथमेटिक्स में इस तरह के एक्सप्रेशंस आते हैं, हम कहते हैं कि दीज एक्सप्रेशंस आर मीनिंगलेस, and we name them as indeterminate forms which has no meaning, and these are meaningless expressions. There is no answer for these expressions, and we tackle the function in some different way to avoid such indeterminate forms. And my today's topic is how to find limits using algebraic technique. And algebraic technique can be of two types: firstly factorization and secondly rationalization. And in today's lesson we'll learn about factorization. And why I'm saying so, because the nature of the given function matches the technique factorization. And you can see we cannot factorize denominator is x plus 1, and it's in its most simplest form, and we cannot further evaluate it. But we can furthermore evaluate the numerator, and you can see we can take x as common from the numerator, and we'll take x as common from the numerator. We'll get two factors. One is x and the other will be x square minus 1. We can evaluate x square minus 1 furthermore by using the formula a square minus b square is equals to a plus b times a minus b. What does it mean? It means whenever we have two squared numbers with opposite signs or negative sign in between them, we take the product of the sum and difference of these two numbers. So x square negative 1, we can also say x square negative 1 or 1 square, and we can write it as x plus 1 times x minus 1 whole divided by x plus 1. Now we can cancel the factors x plus 1, because in normal conditions, in normal circumstances, we can never ever cancel such factors, because we really don't know, they may be 0. And we know really well in mathematics we can never ever divide, we can never ever cancel 0 by 0 in any case. But in this case x approaches to negative 1. When we say x approaches to negative 1, it means x is very 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 close to negative 1, but x is not equals to negative 1. When x approach but when we say x is approaching to negative 1, we take x as negative 1, so the expression x plus 1 will be, by putting value of x as negative 1 minus 1 plus 1, it will be 0. It means we are dividing 0 by 0, but in the case of limit, in just only in case of limit, we can cancel these factors, because when we say x approaches to negative 1, x is not equal to negative 1, so the expression x plus 1 will be very 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 close to 0, but it will never ever equal to 0, so we can cancel this expression, and after cancelling we are getting x times x minus 1. And whenever we cancel such factors, ये मोस्ट पॉसिबल है कि हमारे पास उसके बाद इंडिटर्मिनेट फॉर्म नहीं आएगी। जैसे कि आपने देखा कि हमने लिमिट अप्लाई किया, एंड सिंपली लिमिट कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं, एक्स अप्रोचेस टू नेगेटिव 1, सो पुट एक्स एज नेगेटिव 1 इन द गिवन एक्सप्रेशन। आपने देखा मैंने पुट किया, एंड वी आर सिंपली गेटिंग एक्स एज पॉजिटिव 2, वी डिडंट गेट एनी इंडिटर्मिनेंट फॉर्म। So what does it mean? When limit x approaches to negative 1 of the function, the final answer is 2. What does it mean? It means when x goes to negative 1, function will approach to 2. X goes to negative 1 means x is very very close to negative 1, but x is not equals to negative 1. And f of x is approaching to 2 means f of x is very 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 close to 2 but not equal to 2, or the limiting value of the function is 2. Limiting value of the function is 2. And that's all for today. And you may ask in the comment section below this video in case of any confusion or assistance. I'm here to guide you, and thank you so much for watching my video.